Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
Or Ari. I'm the youngest of 5 kids, 3 sisters, 1 brother. I grew up in Iowa City. I'm a dental hygienist. I'm a mother, a sister, a daughter. I like to play outside with my son and go on walks with our family. I like to get involved in the community. And I'm soon to be married.
My name is Larry Anthony Twitty Jr. I was both conceived and born in Okinawa, Japan. I come from a family that was involved in the military. I was primarily raised in Des Moines, Iowa. I am a brother. I am a bank manager.
What do you mean? Of course that's the best I can do. 20% interest for that car loan, and I want the payments made on time.
I am a gymnast. I am a dog trainer. I'm a computer programmer. I am a rapper. Rap, attack, clap, that, this and that, this and that. Chris Brown and Rihanna. No mañana. I am who I am. My name is Larry Twitty. I don't like jam. Instead I like jelly. Get in my belly. Ballet, on point, total health nut. I'm a fitness guru / instructor. I'm a poet. I read to the local elderly. I'm a part-time civil rights activist. I'm a quilt maker. Volunteer at the animal shelters every weekend. I'm a father, and I am a soon-to-be husband.
Larry and I first met, we were out one night.
I was looking good, looking clean, looking fresh to death. I was looking sharp. We went to this event called First Fridays in downtown Des Moines. I kept noticing this young Middle Eastern woman kept staring at me, smiling and batting her eyelashes at me.
He walked up to me and in his Larry way said,
"Hey girl, what your name is?" Translation, "Excuse me young lady, what is your name?"
"Don't I know you from the bank?" And I was like, "I don't know."
She eagerly introduced herself as Ariana Hinkie.
And he was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I think I know you from the bank." And I was like, "Here, dance with my sister." And then I pushed him, and he went and danced with my sister. And she tried to get a drink out of him, and he said no.
I said, "Well, young lady, you don't have to wait any longer. My name is Larry Twitty. And I know you've been dying to know that all night."
That was our first meeting experience. I was kind of rude to him. But then I saw him in the bank later, and I thought he was really cute. And so, yeah, that's how we first met.
So my first impression of Ariana was, wow. She don't know it yet, but that's wifey right there.
My first impression of Larry is I thought he was dorky and I was grumpy, so I was kind of rude to him. And so I told him to get lost. But then later when I saw him at the bank, I thought he was really attractive. He was in a suit, and I was like, oh yeah, he has it together. So yeah, I'm going to check him out.
And from there, it was on. I mean, she was coming in every single day, 3 times a day, just to get a glimpse of the twit. I was fine with it. I mean, you know, beautiful young lady, and of course, I mean, who wouldn't want that, you know? So So yeah, she started coming into my job frequently, and then she just scribbled down on a little piece of paper, "Would you like to go on a date with me?" and slid it across my desk. I looked at that note, and I checked the yes box, folded it back up, placed it in an envelope, and mailed it to her residence. And about 5 days later, we had confirmation for a date.
I was really attracted by Larry's humor and enthusiasm. He seemed very friendly. He seemed like he had things together, and he was a get-along guy, and that we'd have a really good time together, which we do.
Some of the things I really enjoy about Ari is she was always up for a good time. She, a lot of times, is the life of the party, places where we go. She's very smart, very detail-oriented. She does a great job picking the plaque out of my teeth. She diagnosed a few cavities for me. I know legally she's not supposed to do that, but she does a very good job at that. She can make her belly roll, do that weird belly roll thing, and she's a great cook.
I call him Lorenzo, Laurencio.
Some of the nicknames I call my fiance are Honey, Sweetheart, Goo.
Insti-lar, all the way. Insti-lar, all the time. He's an instigator. If you know anything about Larry, he instigates things.
Bendy Boo, Bendy.
He's also High V-lar, which is when he's driving me crazy. It comes from a day when we were in High V where he ran the cart over my feet.
Lover Lips.
Lawrence.
Princess Jasmine, the tan one. Italian Stallion. Big Booty Judy.
Lair. He's also Fog in my family, which is father of grandchild. Insty Fog, but now he's upgraded to Fiance Fog. And I don't know what he'll be once we're married.
The more Ari and I started to hang out, the more I really started to fall for her. I mean, wow. She was definitely the bee's knees. She could rap almost as well as me. She is a great dancer, a very nurturing, kind woman. Exactly the type of woman that I've been looking for my whole life. Not to mention, she had a great job, so I knew that someday my ambitions of becoming a stay-at-home father could possibly come true. When I researched her genetic makeup, her genetic DNA and genotype, her molecular structure best suited one of mine, making her great mother potential. The more I got to know Ariana, just the more I fell in love with her.
I knew I was in love with Larry when we were having conversations about me possibly moving and leaving Iowa. At one point, I just wanted to try new adventures, and he talked to me and told me that that he wanted whatever I wanted for myself. So he was willing to sacrifice his happiness and what he wanted because he knew he was going to be staying here. He was willing to sacrifice that to make sure that I was able to accomplish everything I wanted and be happy in life. So when somebody is willing to sacrifice their own happiness for you, I think that's true love. And I just knew then that I wasn't going anywhere because I loved him and I wanted to be near him forever.
So the night I proposed to Ariana, it was super hilarious.
So Larry His proposal was definitely Larry style, instigator. All week I had felt like it was going to be coming soon. He had dropped a few hints the weekend before, so I was like, yeah, it'll probably be this week. I had a feeling it was going to be that evening because it was getting towards the end of the week. But then I came home and Larry's like, hey, can I heat you up something to eat? So I was like, oh, well, I guess it's not going to be tonight.
I actually downloaded a movie illegally onto my laptop and hooked it up to the TV. So as we were watching this movie, this came up on the screen. So of course it kind of freaked her out a little bit, but she really wasn't worrying too much about it because downloading movies illegally is actually something that I do.
And as the movie progressed, more of these little blurbs would pop up. And at first I really didn't think much of it. Then another one popped up and said, this is an illegal download. I was like, But I just went along with it, kept watching the movie, and then it said, please stop watching this illegal download. And I still didn't think much about it, but then there was a blurb that popped up saying this is being traced to IP address or VIN number on the modem, and it recited some modem number, so I was like, that's really weird. Then when I really started freaking out, it said, this is being tracked to blah, blah, blah address, which was our address. And I looked at Larry like, oh my God. And he said, can they do that? And I said, I don't know.
All of a sudden, there was pounding at the door from supposedly the police, and Ariana was sure that we were going to get arrested. But lo and behold, it was the guy that you saw earlier today, my best man, Vernon. And he was actually the one banging on the door, and he had flowers, and I broke out my ring, and I got on one knee, and I said, baby, I want to be your husband, and I want you to be my wife for the rest of our lives.
I was really confused, and he walked in, and his friend walked in, Vern, who was recording it. So then I was like, oh, okay, this is happening. And he walked in and gave me the roses and said the 3 roses represented the past, present, and future, and that he had loved me since about our second date and asked me to be his wife. But at that point, like, I was just so stunned and shocked. I really wasn't emotional at all, but it was really Larry style. So he'll go down in the history books.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
I hope our future brings a long, happy marriage with a nice big house and success with our careers. And
hopefully the future brings to Ari and I lots of prosperity, of course happiness and good times. We're looking to acquire our dream house to raise our children, and
happy, healthy children, more children, and vacations, and just lots of fun adventures.
I'm just so excited to be life partners with Ariana Twitty.
Thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Feels so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did